Greetings. I'm Griff Ruby, the Nostalgic Catholic, with another Isaac Asimov story. And this comes out of Boy's Life, where he published it, as it says here, on page 24. Triceratops, Isaac Asimov, fiction, page 24. So let's take a look at page 24. And, oh, by the way, it has a piece of artwork on page 25. So that's always kind of nice. And here it is, Triceratops. And it says this nice article. This young boy you see here is one we'll be seeing more of as we cover more and more of these stories. His name is Larry. We just call him Larry the Detective. I haven't yet discovered if he has a last name. And here he is. It's kind of a Sherlock Holmes background. Yeah, okay. He's supposed to be like a young Sherlock. He's looking through his magnifying glass. This involves a rare diamond and tops. Well, and a dead body. And top. What kind of a top? Well, one of the ideas he considers, maybe it might be one of those little tops that sometimes kids would play with. I don't know if you see them much now when everybody gets out their little computers. But once upon a time, we had very simple toys that could be carved out of wood or molded out of plastic or whatever. And one of them was a top. And the idea was you wrap a string around this thing, you throw it to the ground, pulling the string, it turns out real fast, and the thing lands on its little pointed bit and just sits there and spins. And if you do it really well, it can spin for a long time before it finally loses momentum and falls over. And they called that a top. It was a toy that kids would have. And so he's thinking, this is around the day when that could be a very typical toy that a young boy might have as a toy. In the days when another toy about the same scope and size would be like a yo-yo. Yes, a little round thing on a string, up and down like a yo-yo. Yeah, or like a manic depressive. Yeah, let's not go there. But seriously, so what happens is there was a jewel robbery. Some men were caught. Some men got away. One guy was apparently trying to steal one particularly magnificent diamond worth $30,000, and we're talking 1975, not $30,000, so it's a lot more now. A really precious diamond, and he wanted to keep it for himself. He hid it from the others, and he ran down the street. They caught up with him. They stabbed him to death, and they ripped all his pockets and clothes. They couldn't find it. He hid it somewhere. Now, do you like dinosaurs? Okay. Well, the man has some dying words. He doesn't have to share the name of his murderer. It's obvious. It's the members of his gang. Apparently, the police already know who they are. But he decides, with his dying words, to try to say where the diamond is. So he says to the people there showing up and trying to help him in his last few moments before he actually does die, he says, Triceratops. And so the police don't know what to make of that. They're looking for somebody named Ceratops. Then they're looking for a business named Ceratops. Is that tops with one P or two or these different ideas? Larry gets at one point gets the idea that, well, maybe Sarah's top. Maybe there's some girl named Sarah who has a top as a toy, and maybe the guy had somehow put it inside the top. Now, he had actually ran out of the Natural History Museum. So the story, by the way, isn't only in Boy's Life. It has been gathered up into this small book known as The Keyword and Other Mysteries by Isaac Asimov. And it's been illustrated by somebody named Rod Burke. He's our guy who wrote the story. Okay. And it's in here too. And although here, for some reason, when it got collected, it just got trialed Ceratops. I've noted a few small changes from the Boy's Life to here. Boy's Life, the boy is in 8th grade. here for some reason he's in 7th grade. Okay. There they go into the place, into this museum, and it's already after hours, but Larry's father is a policeman, and as a police matter, they could get in even after hours. So he goes in the museum. He has a thought. Oh, we have a couple of pictures here. All right. I guess this is supposed to be showing a police guard's face, although it's very abstract. Maybe with somebody else running, or maybe I don't know. The artwork here can be very abstract. Now here, this seems to make a little more sense. I think this is them being allowed into the museum, father and son, by the guard at the museum. So they're going to go in and look around. And this last drawing, if you can solve what it is or read the story, you'll know what it is. I won't tell you what it is. You have to read the story. But one clue I will give you. I said it was Triceratops. Say it together fast and see if you can figure out what that is. That's what I have to say. Thank you for listening.